Looks like someone's got a new frame, but it's not me this time. But the good news is, I'll be building a bike on this frame. So let's unbox it, because I know you guys love unboxing videos. And see what it is. Ooh. This is a new Trek Crockett 2020. I'll tell you why I chose this frame for the next project. This will be the bike for my friend Daniel, like a bastard. He asked me to build him a bike for gravel and cyclocross, which would be as light as possible without breaking the budget. Well, I know you might say, well, hold on, gravel and cyclocross, they are not the same bikes, blah, blah, blah. But if you compare the geometries of the Trek Crockett and Trek Checkpoint, which is the gravel bike from Trek, you will find that there are not so many differences in the geometry. The main one being a slightly higher, like 8mm higher bottom bracket on Trek Crockett. But actually the top tube on Trek Crockett is longer, so for a more upright position, I personally find it more comfortable for gravel riding. And when I say light, I mean lighter than the Trek Boone, which is the top offering in the Trek cyclocross range. That bike comes with Sram Force CX1 group set and weighs 8 kg, but the cost is 4,300 grand. That's a lot. And it even comes in the same color. Let's see if we can build the bike which would weigh less than 8 kg but cost twice less than Trek Boone. Is it possible? I think yes. Will we achieve it? I have no idea, so it would be interesting even for me. Now, who cares about the weight of the bike? Light bike, heavy bike? The most important thing is that you enjoy riding your bike. So let's just check the weight of the frame first. I've removed everything I could remove from this frame, like all bolts, hanger, 1,400 grams. This is very good for an aluminium frame. For comparison, Cannondale Cat X weighs 1,600 grams, which is 200 grams heavier, and Cannondale Topstone is actually the same, 1,600 grams. So this frame is very light for an aluminium frame, so it's a good start. The fork weight is a bit more than I expected, but still not bad. By the way, the key to success is this, and I'm not talking about my head now, it's a cap. Not just a cap, it's a color matching cap. Enough talking, let's move on to see what parts I have for this bike. I decided to save you guys some time and just show you the final result, and then I can talk you through the various parts I put on the bike. So if you're ready, then just look at that. This bike is just stunning. Let me talk you through the various components I have on this bike. Let's start with the group set. As you can see, I have Sram Force on it, and I've used it before. Quite reliable, light, works great, so I decided to go with Sram Force on this bike too. I used the new cranks on it, Sram Force DUB, and that is because this Trek Crockett frame of 2020 has T47 bottom bracket. It's actually a very good bottom bracket, and I have it on my road bike, titanium road bike, which I built 3 years ago. And at that time, these bottom brackets were not used in mass production by big brands. But now it looks like they started using this, and Trek was the first one to have them on their bikes. And what it allows, it has a wider shell of 47 millimeters, and you can literally install any cranks in it, including BB30, but it is threaded, which helps to eliminate the creaks. So I really like this standard, never had any issues on my road bike, and I was glad to see Trek using them on their new frames. The only problem with using the new DUB cranks is they all come in 8-ball design for their power meters. And if you are not planning to use a power meter, which we're not planning to, and you just want to put a direct mount chainring to save a lot of weight actually, there is no one currently on the market who is producing those direct mount chainring except one brand, and that brand is Garbaruk. Garbaruk is a Ukrainian brand which is based in Poland, and they make chainrings, cassettes and pulleys and some other small bits, CNC machined, very light, very good design, and work faultlessly. I had them on my cyclocross bike before and on my mountain bike as well. So well done, Garbaruk. As for the wheels, I use the same wheels as on Cannondale Topstone, video about which you can see on my channel. These were custom built on tuned King Kong hubs and WTB KOM rims, and they weigh just 1470 grams, which is pretty good for aluminium rims and 32 spokes on each wheel. They're very compliant, they're fast, they're light. What else do you want from the wheels? Now, because Daniel will be using his bike mostly on gravel, I decided to go for Schwalbe G-One all-road tires. Again, similar to the ones I had on my Cannondale Topstone. They are fast on the road, fast off the road. They're 38 millimeters, so gives enough volume, but at the same time not too heavy. One tire is 440 grams, which is obviously heavier than narrow cyclocross tires, but it's not too bad for a gravel tire. Forgot to mention, the cassette is Shimano XTR 1140, which gives a very good range for any type of gravel riding or bikepacking, and it's pretty light as well, it's just 330 grams. Saddle is a limited edition fabric scoop made for Chapter 3. I was very lucky to find the saddle because I think they were all sold out, and just look how well it matches to the frame. The seat post is a carbon ultimate use. For the handlebar, I chose Deda Gravel, again similar as on my Cannondale Topstone. I really like their shape. The flare is not too wide, just 16 degrees, and I find it's a sweet spot, at least for me. I tried wider, didn't like it, narrower, not so good for bikepacking, especially when you have a handlebar bag, but this is just perfect for me. And finally, as you may have noticed, I used Hope rotors and not Sram centerlines. Well, I have nothing against Sram centerline rotors, they work great, but I just wanted something different for this bike, and I pretty like the looks. You may be wondering, hold on man, how I can ride the bike without the pedals? Here are the pedals, I didn't forget about them. These are Crank Brothers Candy 3, tested so many times on various bikes. I like them because they have good mud clearance, they're light, and you can buy titanium aftermarket spindles for them for pretty cheap. But I didn't put the pedals on because we need to weigh the bike first. Remember the challenge in the beginning of the video? We wanted to make the bike which would be as light as Trek Boone, but cost twice less. So let's see whether we managed to do that. This is the moment we've been waiting for the whole video. So yes, the bike weighs 8.14 kilograms, which is slightly heavier than Trek Boone, but we built it on gravel tires. And if we put cyclocross tires, which are usually about 70 grams lighter each, we will end up at 8 kilograms, which is about the same as Trek Boone, but at half the price. So I don't know how about you guys, but I'm pretty happy with it. So that is it for today's episode. If you liked it, click the like button. If you didn't like it, share with your friends. Tell them how bad this video is. Let them watch. And I'll see you soon.